Hello. So today I'm gonna give my personal opinions on SH's new Godzilla X Kong The New Empire toy line. But before I even talk about these three bad boys and girl, I'm gonna be talking about these two hecks. I'll first start with Godzilla. They literally reused the same exact sculpt in 2021. First of all, one eyebrow is lower than the other one. Second of all, he's much more shinier. And thirdly, why is his leg green? In fact, his whole body is a completely turquoise-like color, but his leg is a more darker color. Like, what the heck? Well, I gotta admit, I do like the blue on his dorsals, but his dorsals on the tail are a different shade of blue compared to his back. Like, what? His front teeth don't even look sharp at all. They just look so square. And finally, he comes with an atomic breath piece, which apparently was used from 2014 Spitfire version after 10 years. Why is his head so much smaller compared to his neck? And if you're familiar with Godzilla 2021, he has the exact same sculpt gaps. Kong, on the other hand, just like with Godzilla 2024, they reused the exact same sculpt back in 2021. Although I'm pretty fine with this because he's much more movie accurate. So one thing is changed is that he has a much more grayish color, and I do like that because it makes him feel older. So I will say the teeth in the back are much more yellowish compared to his front teeth for no reason. And speaking of teeth, he doesn't have his silver tooth. When Tamashii announced their Godzilla X Kong The New Empire toy line, I was kind of hyped to see Godzilla Evolved and Kong Beast Glove, even though I'm not going to get them. But when I saw these two frickers, I was like... But anyways, now that that's out the way, we can move on to these guys and girl. First of all, Evolved Godzilla's new sculpt was absolutely fabulous. It looks a lot more movie accurate, and the head sculpt was finally changed, and it looks a lot better than it was before. Upper teeth don't look half bad, the details look nice, and the dorsal plates look absolutely magnificent. However, some of his nails are unpainted compared to the others. You can still see the gaps when you're spreading his legs, and there's awkwardly pink inside and some pink splattered. Now, if those are supposed to be his insides, then that is a good detail, but I just don't like how we can see them so visibly. But the main issue with Evolving Godzilla is that, well, I don't know, maybe the fact that he's green. Now, there's some bits of white, and I guess when he burst out of the ice, but if there's green, then that's a huge mistake. Because Evolved Godzilla in the film was never shown to be green. But let's get to a big problem. Is that the fact that this guy is over $130 frickin' with the use of inaccurate painting and the lack of accessories is just pathetic. Anyways, let's move on to Kong, mostly his Beast Glove. Now, a quick heads up, Kong doesn't even come with the Beast Glove. You have to get Scar King in order to get the Beast Glove, but we'll get into that later. Okay, so Kong's Beast Glove looks way too clean. It doesn't even look dirty. No, it looks too clean. Now, he does come with a growling head, and oh, would you look at that, he has a silver tooth. However, I never noticed this until somebody pointed it out. One of his teeth are unpainted. How in the frick do you miss a simple tooth? You painted the rest of the teeth, but you missed out on one tooth. Like, what the flip happened to that one? Anyways, let's move on to the big boy himself, Scar King, and I'm joking, Scar King isn't that bad. It's just how other people treat Scar King. I do think his proportions are good, and I just think that he just has a decent sculpt. Now, but here's a thing. One head sculpt has black pupils, but the other one has white. He has black paint on his gums, and the jawline looks a bit too small. And apparently he has fur on his chest. Part of his leg is much darker compared to the rest of his leg, and the whiplash is a lot cleaner than it should be. And apparently Scar King is slightly taller than Kong, which makes no sense because in the film it was shown that Kong was towering over Scar King. Anyways, back to what I was saying was that you have to get Scar King in order to get the Beast Glove for Kong. Well, yeah, that's pretty much useless if you don't even have the Kong figures. you pretty much have to force to buy the Kong 2024 figure in order for it to put on the Beast Glove. But finally, let's move on to Shimo, and I'm not gonna lie, I have some mixed feelings on her. The sculpting looks solid, and the details do look pretty nice. Her jaw's way too long, and she has no membrane. Though I will say the teeth don't look half bad at all. Her crystals on her head seem to be much longer than they should be. Apparently there's some kind of articulation with her back or something. I don't know what that thing even is, but it just seems like it can move up. I don't even know. Her nails are supposed to be black. They're supposed to be more bluish color, not a complete black color. Her proportion looks a little more slim than it should be, and there's a random crystal right here, which it shouldn't be there. And apparently some people said that they completely base Shimo off of the concept art, which I'm confused why, because apparently they have the CGI files to the actual models. I don't know why they just base it off of those instead of the CGI models. I mean, not the CGI models, but the concept arts. I'm confused by that, but whatever, I guess. Her legs are thinner than her arms, which I'm kind of confused why. I don't know why they're much thinner than they should be. She doesn't have those rainbow reflections or rainbow-ish reflections like in the movie. Even though you can see some, they're not all over her body. And there are some crystals that are unpainted. I don't know if these are crystals, but I'm just picking them out. The Thagomisers seem to be oversized, and apparently they're on ball joints for some reason. Finally, Shimo is over $240 to $260. And even though it comes with a lack of accessories except for Kong's growling head, except you need to buy Kong in order to use it, it's just meh. And even though this is an exclusive and this is what it looks like, Now look, overall, I don't hate the figures, it's just how the pricing treats them and just how other people treat the figures. Anyways, those were my thoughts. Hope you guys have an amazing day and just have a good day. And I'll see you guys in the meantime. Peace.